Stuart Appleby. Bunkers left, rough right. He's watching it intently, suggesting it might be going a little left, and it is. And I can tell you, that bunker is a very deep bunker.
And 4 is a good score from there. He will do very well to make par. Trampling. And a little fairway wood down the 17th. I wonder if that hit a sprinkler or something. It seems to take an enormous first bounce. Anyway, no problems. And no real problems either on the 16th for Chopra.
Coming from the left side of the fairway, clearly in the light, very light rough. Certainly the rough isn't going to affect the shot. He's going to have to bring it in over this front left bunker. There's a bit of movement from the right hand side, coming straight back into the breeze, perhaps coming off the right, just a little the breeze, but more into than from the right. And ideal shot here would be unlike Baddeley's, just right of the flag and let it spin back down the hole.
That win a few weeks ago on the PGA Tour has given him all the confidence he needs and the knowledge and the belief that he can do it, even when he seemed to be slipping out of contention. Appleby has made sure that he cleared the lip. He's got this very high. Maybe pulled it left. Oh dear. He has played the final round without a bogey, but I'm afraid there's a real danger now of bogeying the last. In his superb bid to win this for the first time, he's won 8 times on the PGA Tour. Has come second 11 times, third 3 times, but a modest record in Australia.
Now Baddeley, 1 shot behind, his second to the 17th. Well, the body language suggested that he didn't like it. I'm not entirely sure why. It's such a great opportunity to birdie and take a share of the lead with Daniel Chopra and Appleby, who is, of course, in a bit of strife here at the 18th.
Your other option is just to come across on the line. Come across the line. What are your options?
2 options either choose to take relief and swing like as normal, or take zone. I'll take the zone.
Yep.
So he's obviously taking free relief away from the temporary immovable obstruction, and there is a drop zone there. He had the choice of just taking the club length relief to get clear of the stand, or going to the drop zone, and you heard him say quite clearly, I'll go to the drop zone.
I don't think he could pick it up quickly enough, because clearly there was a bit of rough around there, and he has to be careful in these drop zones. There are oftentimes quite a few divots in there. He has to be very careful where he drops it.
It doesn't look as though too many people have been in that particular one. It's pretty good, sitting up like a coconut.
Rob Pampling back at 10 under. He's 3 back. He desperately needs 2 birdies if he's to have.
It's pretty good. It doesn't look as though too many people have been in that particular one. It's pretty good, sitting up like a coconut.
Rob Pampling back at 10 under. He's 3 back. He desperately needs 2 birdies if he's to have any chance. The second to the 17th. You can see there what he faces. A ridge runs through the green from the left side, and it's going to be a very awkward putt if he's to pick up one of those 2 birdies that he needs.
Don't go away, Peter O'Malley. Baddeley though with good chance for a birdie at the 17th.
Kurt Barnes dropping away a little. Stephen Jeffries, a very good performance by him, the New South Welshman. A guy that plays mainly on the Von Nida Tour and lesser tours in Australia. Having a good week.
Daniel Chopra for back-to-back birdies that would give him the lead on his own. Wonderful. Has the advantage or disadvantage of being in the final group, and at the moment it would seem to be the advantage. These last 4 holes can really take their toll, but
just under.
he started the final 4 with 2 birdies.
The danger for Stuart Appleby here is he needs to attack this flag. He needs to get it right back there, but just beyond the flag there are a couple of drop-offs down behind the green into very significant swales just behind the green. He knows that he's got to make par here somehow.
He's been laser accurate with his irons so far. He really needs it now. Oh, he's hurt by the spin. Don't go too far or it's right back down the slope. Still moving.
A bit more than that, a bit up.
Hugely popular figure down here. Grew up in a remote little town in Victoria, north of Melbourne.
Back on the 17th tee, our leader, Daniel Chopra, coming off the birdie, consecutive birdies at 15 and 16, an iron from the tee, looking for position. Well, we've seen that a couple of times this week. And coming off the club doesn't necessarily mean it would seem a bad shot, although perhaps a miss it.
It's strange that Ian Poulter is a great one for doing that. You often, I think probably less now, but often used to see the hand coming off the club and the ball went arrow straight down the middle.
Sort of here, I think with the line you go,
Good luck, Rod. Pretty tidy. Richard Finch playing alongside Stuart Appleby. Has not really been a factor today. Dropping shots at the 16th and 17th. 1 over for the round, back at 7 under. Had a good end to the European Tour season that's just finished with a tied 7th in Mallorca to secure his card in 110th place on the Order of Merit after 19 missed cuts last season.
Well, we saw the putt of Stuart Appleby's from a slightly different angle, but we know that this does have a bit of right to left in it. Baddeley creeps back within 1 of Daniel Chopra.
It's changing all the time at the top because Stuart Appleby has got this one to stay at 13 under. He deserves to make it the way that he's played. He's given it plenty. He wasn't going to leave that one short. I think he'd have been well aware of the situation. Would have probably seen leaderboards.
Baddeley, right out pumped, coming off birdie at 17, tee shot at 18. Saw some applause from the people behind. They knew it was good, and indeed it is.
And that's on to be in the clubhouse at 12 under. Please don't three-putt this now, Stuart. Left centre, he thinks.
He's a player who talks a lot with his caddy, converses a lot with his caddy during the course of a round. His caddy in the States, Joe, and I'm not sure who his caddy is this week, but there's always been one that communicates a lot of conversation going on. Appleby for bogey. To drop just one shot.
Well, that is a very, very disappointing finish for the Victorian, who hasn't won this year. He's had a second and a third on the PGA Tour, had a chance at the Masters earlier on in the year, the US Masters, and he will be bitterly disappointed with that double bogey to finish, having not dropped a shot all day. And a 69 has him in the clubhouse leading at 11 under, but will it be good enough? It doesn't look like it. That's a pretty handy start to the new European Tour season for Richard Finch. He'll take some points and prizes from that. At the moment, tied 10th after a 73, 7 under par.
Back on the 17th. Our leader, Chopra, at 14 under, leading by 1 at this stage from Baddeley, his second.
Eyeing it down. Killed by the soft upslope at the front of the green. Still moving, that could disappear down the slope yet. Do not adjust your sets. Anything can still happen. Feel sorry for Stuart Appleby. He's probably blown his chances with that wayward drive down the 18th. But just as last week in Hong Kong, the 18th can really take its toll, and everybody knows as they set off from the first that it's not a 17-hole final round. You have to play the hardest hole on the course to finish with. It's rather like playing the old course at St Andrews, and you know you've got that dreaded 17th hole lurking at the end of the round. Looks as though now, though, it's between Chopra and Baddeley. Certainly Peter O'Malley can't win, with Stuart Appleby leading in the clubhouse at 11 under. Well, what an end to 2007 we're having, Bruce.
Yes, you're right. There have been some just amazing finishes over the last few weeks on the European Tour, and we still have one event remaining in this part of the world at least. The Michael Hill New Zealand Open next week at Queenstown, a new venue. Can that produce another dramatic finish, as this is promising to do here at Huntingdale?
Let's see how the leading contenders have got where they are. Daniel Chopra, he thought practically a gimme birdie at the par 5 14th. Clearly very angry at missing that, then hits a rather wayward tee shot on the par 3 15th. But how about this for a recovery? Taking a lesson from Phil Mickelson. So softly hit. A birdie two. Got him to 13 under and a share of the lead.
This is second from the left side of the 16th fairway, bringing it in over the bunkers, into the breeze. Watching it intently, and so he should. Spins back off the backboard behind the hole, sets up a birdie that would take him to the lead.
And while that was happening, Stuart Appleby was getting into trouble. Third shot on the 18th, having put his tee shot in the fairway bunker. Nearly good, just needed it to kick on rather than spin back down the slope. Just trying to stay positive, doing all the right things mentally, but racing his par putt by the hole. And that was the putt for a 5 that just slid by to, I think, take him out of contention, but you never know. Never won this title, really clearly was gunning for it today, fancied his chances, and had done pretty much everything right until that point. Just two groups left out there on the final afternoon of the Mastercard Masters at Huntingdale Golf Club in Melbourne. And we really have no idea yet who is going to win this. Rod Pampling might hold his second shot to the 18th. Stranger things have happened.
Well, it would seem that he would need to 10 under. He's 4 back at the stage of Chopra. It's not going to make it any easier. Pampling, who has won just the one tournament in Australia on the Australasian Tour, that right back in 1998. So Baddeley sets up for his approach. One shot behind.
Great drive. Key shot in here. That's pretty good. It's unlikely to be a 3, but you never know. Because Chopra is well short on the 17th. Be happy to get down in 2 from here.
Yes, a putt that moves from both sides almost. The contour comes from left and right. If you start at right of the hole, it'll come back from the right. If you start at left, it'll come back from the left. He's left himself a testing little putt there for par.
Pampling a long way down in the bunker, left of the 18th. A lot of noise around the 18th. Pretty good. But playing for the minor places. Baddeley needs this one to get it to 14 under and share the lead with Chopra. He's left himself a nasty one coming back.
Well, just a few moments ago we saw Stuart Appleby hit this exact same putt. He pulled his putt a bit left, but it did turn it quite a bit more right to left than he thought. And a very similar result for Chopra, and he's not finished yet.
The joys of Huntingdale's closing stretch. Course that was opened back in 1941. It was a club that was formed at the Surrey Hills Golf Club back in 1896. Went through various transformations before it became Huntingdale on the old Melbourne Hunt Club grounds. Well done, Daniel. But it is a shot gone, and he now shares the lead with Baddeley. It's carnage out here. Bogey 5 to finish for Rob Pampling. 2 drop shots in the last 3 holes, coming home in 39 for a 72. Tied 5th at 9 under.
And whilst all this has been going on, Dave Horsey, a new recruit to the professional ranks, has been sitting in the clubhouse watching his take for the week increase minute by minute.
Yes, he'll be thrilled with that. But this is a real little tester now, the one that the pros really don't like.
Whilst all this has been going on, Dave Horsey, a new recruit to the professional ranks, has been sitting in the clubhouse watching his take for the week increase minute by minute.
Yes, he'll be thrilled with that. But this is a real little tester now, the one that the pros really don't like. Left to righter for Baddeley for the par. Oh, he's done brilliantly well. Very gutsy indeed to come home in 35 for a 70 and take the clubhouse lead at 13 under. And the local boy who used to play for this club, the highest ranked player in the field, world ranked number 18, just 26 years old, may well be on course to win his first Australian Masters. He's won the Australian Open twice, of course, the first time as an amateur, but he hasn't won this one. And whether he wins it in regulation or whether it requires a playoff, or whether indeed he loses it in regulation, all depends on what Daniel Chopra can do here. And the trees behind tell a story. The gusty wind this afternoon has made it really quite difficult coming down the stretch.
Yes, and this hole playing directly back into that wind. Watching it intently, Stuart Appleby found the bunkers left, but he's gone the other way. It should be okay.
An adopted Victorian, an adopted Melbourneian, married to a local girl. Chopra and his wife Samantha have a home in Toorak, an exclusive suburb in Melbourne. He's got a professional caddying for him this week. Philip Hodge, who's the head pro at Clifton Springs Golf Club, where his coach Kel Llewellyn was originally based. Will it be Baddeley or will it be Chopra? What a gutsy par that was from Baddeley.
Yes, and I think you mentioned earlier, Julian, I think the confidence that Baddeley's established or building over the last 18 months on the US PGA Tour, the win at Heritage or Hilton Head 18 months ago and the win this year at the FBR tournament in his now hometown of Scottsdale, Another very good finish behind Tiger Woods at the BMW Championship. He really has come of age, and all that potential that we saw from him when he did win those 2 Australian Opens is really starting to be realised now. He's a fine young player and destined for big things in the game over the next few years.
Terry Belkadares came home in 36, the double bogey 5 at the 15th.
Peter Baker made a good start to the tournament, a first round of 4 under par 68. Didn't really go on with it, but a reasonable week.
Frederick Anderson Head, the tall Swede, started well last week and started well this week, but wasn't able to maintain that momentum through the tournament.
Josh Carmichael, the New Zealander. For him, a particularly good tournament. Made the cut, finished at even par. He'll be happy with this week.
Well, these are a couple of key moments. Chopra for a par at the 17th. Did well to make the one coming back for a bogey, falling back to 13 under. And Baddeley, who'd had a bit of a run at his birdie putt at the 18th, needed this for the par to finish at 13 under. Hugely popular local figure. Everyone delighted that he's come back here to play, and I'm sure he'll be pretty delighted too. Just one group left out on the course. Sadly for Kurt Barnes, he can't influence proceedings at the top. And once again, he's pretty wayward off the 18th tee, having said after his round yesterday that his driving was needle straight.
Massive slice. Bit risky, but
He's trying another bold shot, trying to cut it low through the gap. Lots of left to right and run on it. He's done okay.
Yes, a sad end to what had been such a promising position for him going into the final round. Just one shot behind Chopra getting into day 4. He'll be disappointed, but I think deep down he knows that his game's starting to develop and is in good shape right now. Baddeley with his wife.
The bad news for Chopra is that he's in some thickish rough there. Real danger of a flying lie. He will, I imagine, aim to land it somewhere around the middle of the green and hope that it releases up to the flag.
There's no way I can hit 4 iron from 192, so I just go ahead and knock one in the middle low. Just try and start this right of the flag there and just turn it back a little bit. Okay.
Well, we heard the advice from the caddy. Start it just right of the flag, let it turn back a little. The trouble is just behind the screen. And a couple of nasty little swales. If you get down into those, that is a very difficult up and down. So there's a fine line here.
We seem to get a little bit ahead of that. Have to get the hands working. That'll be a very good 2-putt from there. Oh, Baddeley knows that he may well be involved in a playoff.